Hey lovelies, it's G here with Golden Thread Tarot. How are you doing today? I'm here to bring you another channeled message from Spirit. But first, I just want to tell you guys, make sure you go check out my new video that I dropped about my new sub giveaway that I'm giving back. I'm so incredibly grateful for all the love and all the support that you guys have just been pouring out onto me. I love you guys so much. I'm so incredibly grateful. So I just wanted to bring some of that love and light back into you guys' lives. So I'm giving away 3 personal readings, okay? So go ahead and check out that video to see what you need to do to try to enter to win that, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the channeled message today. And I'm really feeling like the channeled message is going to be about rebalancing. Rebalancing after shedding your old self and like issuing in this new version of yourself, right? So I'm really being drawn right here to this 3 of Pentacles, right? So absolutely working on yourself, really rebalancing. Like, look how she's just sitting there chilling in the field. I'm hearing 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles might also come out. You could be working on your career. You could be working on gathering up your new skills or new abilities, or your same old skills or abilities, and you're just finding a new sense of how to use those, how to put those into perspective, how to put your new self into perspective, okay? Absolutely. So this is the sleepers is the judgment card in this deck, right? So I feel like I heard they were sleeping on you. So I feel like somebody was sleeping on you, bro. Like I feel like you were just sitting there, right? Resting this is your true self, right? Just sitting here resting, waiting to be like birthed into this new world, this new sense of being, right? And then look, this is Spirit here coming in here, like shining all this light and like opening up this cave and finding this, right? And bringing this judgment, right? I'm thinking about the traditional judgment card, which is like the angel blowing the trumpet, like raising those up from the dead, right? Raising those people up to walk down their true spiritual path. And I feel like you guys are really doing that. You guys are cord cutting. You guys are leaving behind old things that don't serve you. You guys are letting those towers fall, excuse me, and you're just making your way into this new sense of self. And Spirit wants to talk about how to balance yourself out after that, okay? Yeah, so exactly, 7 of Wands, you've been really defending yourself against any kind of low vibrational energies or just like self-defeating talk or self-defeating mindsets that have really been holding you back in the past. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. All right. Really, I feel like the Knight of Wands is somebody that's really creative, especially like a creative speaker. Somebody rushing in to really do something really passionately. I feel like you guys like, and I feel like this is your like your passion. I'm really being drawn to like the yellow here. So like the solar plex chakra, like you being able to transmute any kind of lower vibrational energy that's sent your way and to transmute that and to reinvent yourself into that. And I really feel like this is your creativity returning to you. So if you have felt kind of like drained of your motivation or your creativity, I feel like that's definitely coming back to you now. Or if it hasn't yet, it will be returning to you very swiftly. Okay, the Hanged Man. Okay. I keep being drawn here to this. The Priestess or the High Priestess card in this deck is in reverse. So I feel like with that, I feel more so like you're opening up, right? The High Priestess is someone who's silent, who turns inside and looks into their internal guidance, right? Their internal intuition, into spirit to get their guidance. And and so I feel like with this here, I feel like it's less like you're not being guided by spirit and more like you are, instead of turning inward, it's like you've already went inside, right? You've already had this hangman moment, right? Where you've been kind of in this pause state where you've put yourself in this position. I feel like it's more like spirit that's put you in this position of kind of like pause for a while so you could go through all the things that you've been learning, so that you can go through all these tower moments. And so you might have felt like you felt pretty stagnant over the last few months, or maybe even as far back as the last like year or so. And I feel like if you really stop and really think about it and take a look back, you probably made so much emotional progress moving forward. You probably made a lot of progress in walking away from old relationships, old jobs, cutting out old friendships or things that just weren't, that were kind of like, in the end, you're going to look back and be like, that was kind of holding me back, right? And I feel like this moment of pause, like this paused moment, has been really necessary for you to be able to move on to this next step of your journey. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. And I feel like here, Ace of Pentacles, you're being offered a brand new beginning. I'm hearing financial, a brand new financial, and I'm also hearing the word business. So, like I said earlier, you could really be working really hard. Exactly. Thank you so much, Spirit. Death card, transformation. You have been going through an amazing transformation here. And with here, this creativity and the Hanged Man kind of just like this paused moment. It's like I feel like Spirit was like you needed to be able to have this like pause in your creativity so that you could really turn and look inside and really ask yourself, what do you really want, right? You had to put yourself all the way here to this death moment, right? This ego death moment, right? To have the full transformation, to get that enlightenment. Because I'm thinking about the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot card where they have the halo of light where it's like you push yourself all the way to the limit so that you can see the truth, so you can get that enlightenment, right? Yeah, and I feel like that energy is kind of like moving itself and getting itself off of you. Yeah, meditating and contemplating. Exactly. You've been going inside, really meditating and contemplating on this, okay? Okay, I want to pull some of these architect cards. Teacher, okay? Definitely. You guys might have been in this really like teacher energy where you're like helping, guiding other people. You could actually be a teacher. Or you could have been learning from somebody, right? That's also that high priestess in reverse, right? Instead of going inside, maybe getting some outside source, some outside knowledge and really like building yourself up, right? Okay. Artist, absolutely. Thank you. Crafting, artsy, you know, building here, this Three of Pentacles, right? Building this up, right? Building up this business or arts and crafts. It doesn't have to be so much crafts, you know, and it doesn't have to be like a professional craft. You could have just been really getting back into, maybe you used to paint or draw or write or read or dance or something like that. Something more creative in the creative arts that really helped you kind of like express yourself and kind of get some like stress and things off of you. And I feel like maybe you gave those up for a little bit, but now you're feeling that energy come back to you and you're just like, I really want to do this. I want to start some projects. I want to, and like I said, you could really be getting a business, but you really had to put, Spirit says it's like they had to push you to this moment for you to be able to get this Ace of Pentacles moment to come in for you. Right? And it's very much so that's here. Like it's time to walk through this gate now, right? You've been hanging out in the field, chilling out. Oh my gosh, right? Absolutely. You've been hanging out in that field, chilling out, building up your skills, working on building things in the background, right? And then suddenly this burst of creativity comes in, right? And then it's time, right? Spirit's like, it's time. Now that you've received the enlightenment that you need to receive, now it's time for you to walk through this gateway or walk through this doorway. Love that. Poppies, okay, that's a poppy field, or just like the color red might mean something to you. But I'm really being drawn to these poppies that are on both of these cards right here. And this card right here, this gateway with the, I guess it's like apples, maybe like apples or pears. It's growing right here. That might be significant to you. It's also reminding me of the Queen. Is it the King or Queen of Pentacles in this deck that has like the apple, that has like the tree, the fruit tree behind them? Anyway, very King and Queen of Pentacles, kind of like mindset, kind of attitude moving forward. Finding a lot of balance, right? Absolutely. So let's pull for the energy that, the energy you're leaving behind. Let's pull for the energy you're leaving behind. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so that flew across the room. So hold on just 1 second so I can go get. And I really feel like with that happening, I really feel like you guys are feeling like a very rapid shift. You guys see how hard that like flew across the room? Okay. So we have the Thief card. Okay. We have the Warrior card. And we have the Hedonist card. I'm hearing shadow aspects of these. So you're leaving behind these shadows aspects, right? Stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or others' powers you think you lack. And with that, I don't think, I mean, I guess it's possible that some of you could have been like actually like thieving or stealing those kind of monies, but I really are stealing those kind of monies. Stealing money or those kind of things. I really feel like what it was is that you were codependent. I really feel like it's closer to this other stealing other people's powers you think you lack. I feel like you were really you felt codependent in the past on other people other people's guidance, even maybe overly dependent on guidance from spirit, overly dependent on other people's opinions, right? Like you felt like other people that were smarter or braver or stronger or more talented than you. So you felt like you kind of needed to be around them or kind of base yourself around them to kind of move forward, right? You could have also, some of you could have also been dealing with an energy that you could literally, this could not be you, this could be an outside energy. So some of you could have been really dealing with this kind of like thief, like I'm hearing energy vampire, like an energy vampire or narcissist energy. Now these could be friends, family, old past relationships that you're leaving to the side, okay? So definitely. With my dog, like kind of like being like really protective and guarding, I feel like you're really trying to like guard yourself, right? And that leads me here to this like this warrior, okay? This warrior spirit. Trading ethical practices for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. So I think that at some time you were making very karmic choices, and you weren't thinking about how some of these codependent ways that you had about yourself, or maybe some ways that you were just being really procrastinating, or you just weren't taking care of yourself or the people in your life. Maybe it was, you know, that you were making promises that you weren't fulfilling, you know. Maybe you were saying, oh yeah, I'll do that, oh yeah, I'll be that, and then the day came and you're just like, I just can't, I'm just am not. That you just weren't being as thoughtful about other people and about yourself as you should have been, right? Yeah. And with the hedonist here, pursues pleasure to the oh, just one second, you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, you guys. My allergies are like really kind of today. Okay, my bad. Hedonist. Pleasure. Pursuing pleasure to the detriment of health indulges at the expense of others. So definitely, I feel like you were being a little indulgent. You were kind of, maybe you were just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start that program. I'm gonna do that. And then you just kind of sat around and you really didn't do it, right? Just unfulfilled promises is what I'm feeling like. Being a little codependent on other people's energy, on the direction, on their guidance, and then kind of just being like, I'm just gonna sit around. Maybe you were the type of person that used to like overeat, maybe used to eat your feelings sort of type energy, you know, and things like that, or eat when you're just bored, or definitely I feel like all of this could have came around from you being in some kind of depressive state, or this kind of like paused state right now, right? So I feel like you are definitely getting on and moving on past these energies, okay? So let's draw on the energies, okay? Let's draw on the energies that are coming into your life. Now, what are the new balance energies that are coming into your life, please, Spirit? Ooh. Thank you. One more to match, please. Thank you so very much. Child Orphan is on the back of the deck. Independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering your fear of surviving. Exactly. Like I said, you were a little codependent on other people, right? But now you're learning how to do it on your own. Sorry, I moved that really fast. Absolutely. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh yeah, this is nice energy. I wanted to notice, you guys, how kind of like dark the color of these cards are, and see how light, right, kind of more like pastel-y the colors of these cards are. Their energy feels completely different. So we have Child Divine, Healer, so definitely healing yourself and other people, Rebel. Okay, I'm hearing the light attributes of all of these. Child Divine, innocence, purity, redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. Yeah, so you're finding yourself and finding that true connection. Instead of turning towards other people, you're finding that, right? And then look at that too, that like sun that's behind this little kid right here, right? Like all the sun and happiness and brightness. It's a much happier, healthier, kind of like a lighter kind of feeling that you guys' energy has now, or that it will be very soon. Okay, Healer, passion to serve others by repairing the mind, body, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Exactly. What was I saying, right? You guys are having that reinvigorating, that's not exactly the word. This kind of like restarting or renewing of your solar plex chakra, which is about this transmutation, right? Transforming pain into healing. You went through some really heavy stuff before, right? But you're learning how to turn that pain into lessons to help prepare yourself propel yourself forward into the future, right? And of course, you could be helping other people, or just by healing yourself, you could be inspiring other people to heal themselves as well, right? Beautiful. Rebel, okay, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So some of you might have been shedding old religious beliefs or old religious dogmas that maybe might have kept you inside a very a very spiritually, like, very closed in box. Like, no, this is the only way to God, or no, this is the only way that I can find true happiness is through this very tiny little box part. And if it's not in here, it's not true happiness, or it's not true, spirituality or things like that. Let it be how it resonates for you. Okay. Or you might have just found your spirituality. Maybe you rediscovered your spirituality and understood that your spirituality is not in this little tiny box, that it's actually way bigger than you thought it was, but you're just rediscovering your own. It doesn't mean you have to be discovering a new religion. Maybe some of you have, but maybe you've just rediscovered a new way to apply that religion to your life, or to apply your religious teachings that you've learned in the past in a new way that doesn't feel so restrictive to yourself, right? So you're learning how to kind of think outside of your box, is what I'm hearing. That's beautiful energy, you guys. That is absolutely beautiful energy. Absolutely. So we're going to set these to the side over here. Okay, let's do some clarification. Let's get deeper, okay? Let's get deeper into the story of how you're going to rebalance yourself after this old, okay? So, ooh, Two of Cups. You guys could be really finding yourself and kind of marrying this energy inside of yourself, okay? Or it could be coming from outside of yourself. You're going to be having a lot of communication back and forth about happiness, love, and light, companionship, right? Like, this Two of Cups could also just be a sign of companionship, a really close companionship. It doesn't, I mean, traditionally, yes, it's a, it's a relationship, romantic relationship, but it can just be companionship as well. Okay, what about this Three of Pentacles? Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you. Hanged Man in reversed. Exactly. You have gone inside and you have gotten this enlightenment, right? So you now are coming out of the stagnancy, right? You're putting in that work. You're working and putting in that work. Okay. I'm so proud of you. Heck yeah. Let's do it. Okay, Magician in reverse. You could be leaving behind some kind of more controlling people, or more controlling, right? This kind of like thief energy, right? You could really be leaving behind that. Good for you. Okay, or it could have been coming from within you, or from outside, an outside source as well, right? I feel like you're letting go of that. Okay, just be mindful of any kind of like control issues that you might have about letting yourself come out of this box, right? Okay, so the Knight of Wands. Okay, you're watching. Okay, watching. You could either have people watching you, or you could be watching and learning from other people, right? What I said earlier, you could be turning your outward, your look, turning your gaze outward, and really, like, oh, some of you could be getting a mentor, I just heard, or some of you could be finding somebody to kind of study under, or taking some more classes. But I'm hearing for some of you, you're going to have a lot more people watching you do what you do. And this could, and I'm not feeling I'm not like feeling like a creepy stalker vibe or anything off of this at all. I'm feeling more so just like people are watching you get right with your life, get in alignment. And they're just like, yeah, like, I'm digging that. Like, absolutely. Okay. Judgment in reverse, okay, was trying to show itself to me with this Hanged Man. I feel like you've gone back, and some decision that you made in the past, you're kind of like, no. It could be a career choice, it could be a personal choice, it could be a taste in relationships, or a taste in your kind of like growing up out of your old kind of like toxic mindset that you were in about what kind of people maybe that you were dating. Okay. And just remember, you guys, this is a general reading. So if anything I say doesn't apply to you, just leave it for somebody else. Okay? Hanged Man, thank you. Oh, I feel like you were really stuck in the Lovers about a choice. Making a choice and a decision about who to be in a relationship with, or who to have a relationship with. What kind of person that you did want a relationship with. Okay, we were just talking about that, right? Okay, do you want to elaborate some more on this choice, this lover's choice? Okay, Four of Cups. You could have been really deliberating, really thinking like, I'm not sure if I want that cup. I'm not sure, or this could have been somebody else. You could have been a little stagnant. You could have been waiting for somebody to choose your cup, and maybe they didn't, and that's okay. It's not your time to sit around and wait for somebody who doesn't choose you, right? What else do you want to talk about with this Hangman? Thank you. Okay, the Death card. Yeah, I feel like you're bringing it in. You've made a decision on this. You're allowing this transformation to fully happen. There you go. Okay. Ace of Cups. I feel like a lot of you have really brought an end to a situation. You could have been getting out of a relationship with a King of Cups in reverse, like somebody who was really unwilling to show their love, to show their appreciation. It could have been somebody who was kind of emotionally manipulative, even. Okay. And I feel like this energy, this person or this relationship, this possibility of a relationship, like looking at a certain somebody, or it could have been somebody you were actually in a relationship with, was really holding you back, was really making you have this pause moment. And Spirit was like, whoa, you need to pause and really ask yourself, is this really the person that you want to be with? Or is this really the relationship that you want? Because it seems like it's really, holding you back. And I feel like a lot of you, a big change is that a lot of you have let go of a toxic or unhealthy relationship that just was stopping you from going forward. I'm really being drawn over here to this thief energy, okay? Wow. Okay, let's move on to the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, that was quick. Five of Cups in reverse. So I really feel like instead of worrying about the cups that you lost, right? Worrying about the people that don't want you, the things that don't want you, the things that you are losing, or the things that Spirit is taking away from you in your life because they don't serve. You're really starting to see this is not just, oh, of course, another relationship doesn't work out. Oh, of course, another job isn't working out. Oh, of course. It's more like, you know what? Spirit is showing me what really doesn't serve me because it's just not working. If things just don't work out and you're having to fight and fight and fight and fight and fight and fight and fight for it, right? I remember seeing that Five of Swords earlier. It's just like, why? Why are you fighting? If you're fighting this hard, it's not supposed to be that way, right? It's not. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have to put effort into things, okay? That's something different, right? But having to fight and prove yourself and constantly, or like fight off other people, fight off other choices of people having other choices besides you, or fight off, things like that. No, it's no. The time for that is kind of over with. I'm hearing pull this. Yes, exactly. You're letting down these burdens. You're understanding that mindset was burdening you, right? 10 of Wands in reverse. You're letting go of that. What's right here? Yes. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Thank you. Six of Pentacles. You're finding that balance inside of yourself by learning these lessons. Okay. Nine of Wands. You are learning from the past. You are learning from past mistakes and past things that really hurt you. Okay. And I see that Eight of Pentacles back there. Okay. Some of you might have lost a job, or you might have walked away from a job. Okay. Yeah. But I really feel like you are, instead of right, the traditional Five of Cups is somebody that has their back turned on two cups that are still standing because they're so worried about the three cups that they don't have. Also, Three of Cups can also be outside interference or outside parties, third party situations, right? So this person could have had you in a third party situation. They could have been having you on the side, or they could have had people on the side while they were in a relationship with you, making you juggle, making you fight other people. And you're just like, nah, I'm done with this, right? And Spirit's like, okay, like we was wondering how long it was going to take you to realize that you were worth so much more than that. Okay, exactly. Thank you. King of Swords. Some of you were really dealing with a King of Swords, a liar. Okay. Not only was he a King of Cups in reverse, but this person was also a King of Swords in reverse, a liar, dangerous, like holding you back, right? Look at that. Knight of Swords. Look at that person holding that sword. Like, can't wait to stab you in the back. Like, get out of here. Don't have time for that. I feel like a lot of you have swerved like this thief energy that was really trying to take or steal from this, trying to take and steal a lot of your energy from you. Absolutely. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like you're finally being like, okay, well, I still have these two cups. So yeah, having two cups is better than no cups. Okay. And yeah, I might have lost three cups, but at least I have two cups, and I can take these two cups and I can water myself with them, right? I can pour them into this water watering jug, right? And I can water myself and I can grow. I'm sitting around waiting for these pentacles to grow, to manifest into my life. And I really feel like, you know, you went inside, you cut yourself from these things that didn't serve you, right? And spirit was like, yes, you found that seed, okay? You found that special seed. You had to take the time to stop looking at life as, oh, this is what I've lost. I can't have this anymore, right? Is the sun going up or is it coming down? You know, is it going down? Is the night beginning, right? Or is the new day just dawning? And I feel like you had to really look to check yourself, right? And spirit had to spend some time pausing you and checking yourself so that you could see that cup is much more half full than half empty, right? And because of that, you know, here you are, right? So yeah, so maybe you did have to go through that dark night, right? Maybe that sun did have to set for a little while. And while the sun was set, right, the moon came out and you noticed, well, you know what? I can still grow these pinnacles in this night. I can still go through the night, you know, and grow these pinnacles. And guess what? Your flowers do best when you water them when the sun is already down. Right? And then that new dawn came, right? A brand new morning dawned and came. Ooh, Spirit's being so poetic today. My goodness. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. More cards on rebalancing. I really feel like all the things that you've been going through, whether you realize it or not, are the things that have been rebalancing you. Yeah, I really feel like you had to come out of some Five of Pentacles moment where you felt like this relationship or something that you were in just was making things worse. Okay, yeah, exactly. Knight of Pentacles. It was just way slowing you down, and it was just time to let that go. Right. It was really time to let that King of Cups in reverse go, okay? Because they were just making things worse. This person probably just brought out your insecurities and made you feel worse about who you were. Exactly. My gosh, who was this person? A King of Swords in reverse, a King of Cups in reverse, a King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? This person didn't have nothing. This person had nothing to give you, nothing to offer you, okay? And did you notice how when I pulled this King of Cups back, there's your Two of Cups, right? They were standing in the way of you actually having this Two of Cups moment, okay? From you being able to really present this, you know, get this present is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Yeah. I keep hearing that self-worth issues. I feel like this person had very bad self-worth issues and they tried to project that onto you, or they tried to make you feel that way. I feel like they try to make most people feel that way because they feel very unworthy themselves. That's unfortunate. Yeah. But Spirit's like, that's balancing out. Let the past go. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit, right? Holding on to insecurities. Look at that. Holding on to insecurities. With that Strength card in reverse there and that Four of Pentacles, right? Exactly. It's time to let those go. It's time to let those insecurities go. I keep saying that, but that quote keeps keep hearing that quote in my mind, that you build self-esteem by doing esteemable acts, right? You start taking care of yourself, you start being there for yourself, you start loving yourself, you start appreciating yourself, and you notice what people in your life don't appreciate you, they're just using you, that aren't really there for you, and you're like, why are you even here? Like, get out. Yeah, exactly. I've got to find my balance. I've got to find the real thing. Because you're not the real thing. I got to find my stability. I got to find my balance. I got to find my real union. Okay? Yeah. So I just heard false flame. Some of you could have really been dealing with like a really karmic or narcissistic karmic or like false flame energy that was really trying to convince you that they were the one you were supposed to be with. And I feel like you're really leaving that thief. And that person was a thief. They were stealing your energy, stealing your motivation, stealing just your possibilities away from you. I mean, that's what karmics are supposed to do though, right? They're supposed to stop you, halt you, slow you down, right? Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. Devil. This person was a devil energy. This person could have been a Capricorn. Really all the signs are here, right? This person, besides fire signs. So the only thing that hasn't come out is a King of Wands. So I feel like this person didn't really have anything to give you but that fiery passion, right? They had that wand to give you, and that was about it, right? Okay, exactly. Tower moment, okay? You had a tower moment that you let this fall, right? You realized this person was just greedy, right? And you decided to look forward to what your future actually held for you, right? You became a Queen of Cups. You started loving yourself, being there for yourself, giving to yourself, nurturing to yourself. And you're like, no, forget that, right? I'm going to put up, right? I'm going to put up these boundaries against all this bullshit, okay? Against all this BS. Drop all these burdens, which were your insecurities, okay? Absolutely. Thank you, Spirit. But I feel like this person taught you, right? They taught you, well, it really wasn't them that taught you. Spirit used them to teach you, right? That this behavior, this like, it's you know, self-defeating. It's not leading you anywhere. It's not giving you anything, right? Staying in that zone, staying in this hangman, hangwoman zone is not helping you at all. So it's time to move on from it. And I really feel like if you haven't, you're going to start to see that all of these negative things that happened to you in the past happened to you to teach you the lessons of how to appreciate and love yourself more. Yeah, all this fighting back and forth energy that you have, it's really building up your strength, I feel like, right? Yeah, exactly. You're learning how to fight against this heartbreak, right? I'm hearing thick skin. It's giving you a thick skin. I think that's making you realize how strong you really are, because you're starting to pause and look back and be like, dang, I made it through that. I made it through that, right? You might have not made it through unscathed, just perfectly pristine, but who does? Nobody, right? And if you did, you weren't really learning how were you really going to be learning the lessons, right? Absolutely. Thank you. Nine of Pentacles. So here you are, right? Coming out brand new and sparkly on the other side of this with your independence, using your gifts, using your abilities, really like this pre-empress, right? And you can be a masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, male or female or anything in between that you want to identify yourself as, to be in this loving, giving, nurturing, being there for yourself, beautiful, independent vibe, right? Good for you, collective, okay? 100% good for you. What else do you want to say, Spirit? Okay. Yeah. Four of Swords, you're finding this healing, right? You're going inside, meditating, contemplating, going inside. Really, you know, right? Meditating, contemplating, right? Really going inside and realizing what, you know, your true worth and who you truly are, right? And noticing where you or other people were being greedy. This hedonist card was really standing out to me again, right? You guys are leaving behind like this greedy energy that was taking from you, right? Feeling like you weren't being offered those new beginnings, and you're really understanding that, well, there was a purpose behind not having those new beginnings, right? If that person like left you on red, if that person, you know, if that relationship just wasn't working out, if that job just wasn't working out, it was happening for a reason. It was Spirit's way of showing you that this wasn't the path for you, and there was a different path that you should be walking down. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Wow. Also, too, with that King of Wands not coming out, I'm really hearing like this person just didn't have it in them to like, right? Because the King of Wands is somebody that is willing to come forward, that is willing to do what they're supposed to do. Maybe they had a lot of passion, but not in the right direction. Anyway, we're moving on from that. Moving on from that energy. Yeah. Exactly. What do you need to release? That old past energy inside of yourself or from anybody else, You know, what is some advice? What is some advice that you have? A time for healing? Absolutely. It's definitely a time for healing. What advice do you have for the collective moving forward, Spirit? Thank you. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Absolutely. Right? New moon in Capricorn. Or full moon in Capricorn, my bad. Full moon in Capricorn. And like that, right? That devil energy is moving out of your life. So absolutely 100%. Have faith in your dreams, okay? So if you guys are building some kind of business or you're discovering yourself, new talents, new abilities about yourself, okay? Really have faith in those things, okay? What's this? A new romantic cycle begins. Ooh. New moon in Libra. What's this on the back? The answers you need are coming. So if you've been kind of like, well, what is it? What should I be doing? Where should I be going? This Ace of Pentacles moment is coming to you. Okay. Another. I'm like another because I feel like you already had one when you had the realization that this person, place, thing, mindset, whatever it was, job, career, path, whatever it was that did not serve you anymore when you decided to leave that behind. Okay. Take time to breathe out. Exactly. And that's so funny because that's falling here under this over this hangman moment that you had here, right? Spirit said you needed this time to kind of relax and just kind of pause, right? You needed this pause moment. I'm hearing like recuperating. Oh yeah. But now, okay, now that you have this Ace of Pentacles moment, okay, it's time to take action, okay? It's time to take action with that new moon in Aries and then a full moon in Leo, right? Don't let pride hold you back. So don't let any kind of like pride or any kind of ego hold you back from knowing that you can do this, okay? Because sometimes our ego plays into our fears too. It's not just like, oh, I can do whatever I want. It's also the opposite side of that, where your ego is telling you, well, oh, are you really going to succeed at that? Can you really do that? Are you really going to be able to make that, that effort to do that? Absolutely. Okay. Surrender to the divine, right? Today's the full moon energy, you guys really be feeling that. And today's a full moon actually, and I'm so sorry about this. I actually realized that because I forgot to stop relying on, I forgot to download a new app. I have like an app that shows you like where the moon is and what cycle and what house and what astrology sign it's in, and it's twice that this app has led me astray. And I said that this new full moon coming up today was in Pisces, but I think it's actually in Aquarius. Okay. Okay, yes, the energy is gaining momentum. Okay, your energy is gaining momentum. Believe in that. Okay. Thank you. So definitely, it's still a time for healing. Make sure that you are healing and allowing yourself. Okay, communication is key. Okay, and it's time to release negativity. Okay, full moon in Scorpio. So I feel like I talked about that too, right? Full moons are a great time to release that what no longer serves you. Okay, so allow the Scorpio is also the sign of massive transformation, right? It's in the 8th house. It's about death and a transformation. Right? The death card is represented by a scorpionic energy, okay? So it's time to release these things that no longer serve you. It could be an actual Scorpio that you're releasing from the past, possible, right? But I feel like it's just this negativity that you had in your past, having the stinger that was ready to sing and ready to just kind of, react because you had to defend yourself from the past. I feel like it's definitely like this softening energy that's coming to you, right? You had to learn how to defend yourself first, though, so that you could learn when it's the best time to use that stinger and when's the best time to not use that stinger, right? When's the best time to communicate? Okay. Make sure that you're having like this like proper, healthy, not ego-based communication with people, okay? Is what I'm hearing. Yeah. And when spirit gives you a pause moment, just notice it's not because you're not working hard enough, or you're not doing this enough, or you're not deserving enough of time. We all need times where we have pauses, right? Where we go through times of self-reflecting, of going inside, right? Of having these healing moments, right? These rest and replenishing moments. You need both, okay? You need times of action moving forward, and you need times of, rest and replenishment. And I feel like you're coming out of a long time of pause, rest, and replenishment. and coming into a time of, it's time to make action happen. And I feel like you're definitely going to feel that energy gaining momentum and shifting. Okay. I'm really being drawn here to this. Nothing is yet set in stone yet, but just be aware of that. And I'm telling you, this right here, this a new romantic cycle begins. It keeps showing itself. The Two of Cups kept showing itself. So just be aware of that, and I really feel like this could be a new cycle of being so in love with yourself, okay? In love with your life, in love with your gifts, in love with your career, in love with your friends and your family, right? Absolutely. Because you're taking time to look at the bigger picture, okay? To realize that in the past your commitment was being tested, okay? So that you could understand that adjustments were required in your old self, to let your old self, your old pride die and go to the wayside, right? So that you could have this brand new beginning, right? A new start is coming. Woo-wee. That is beautiful, you guys. I am so proud of you guys. The channel messages have just been so like lighthearted and beautiful here recently, and just like you're making all the changes and like doing everything that you need to do. Spirit is so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Thank you again so much for all the love and light that you guys have been spreading on the channel. Thank you to all my new subscribers, because wow, you guys have been showing me a lot of love. And thank you to all my old subscribers too, all my day ones. I really appreciate you guys. No matter how long you've been with me, I'm so happy that you're here and that we're learning and growing with each other, that we can keep on going, and keep spreading that love and light. Like I said, again, please check out that giveaway video if you are interested in winning possibly one of the 30-minute personal readings that I'm giving away. All right. I love you guys so much. Happy full moon today. And I hope you guys are finding yourself blessed and happy. All right. And I will see you guys in the next one, lovelies. Bye.